What's up, guys? It's me, Charlie, and well, I have really bad news. I have really very disappointing news, right? Which is Sanctum Showdown news. Okay. In my previous video, I have actually, I did pinpoint some issues, some things that about second dinner that were very wrong. But overall, I felt that my video, my stand has been a lot more protective of second dinner than a lot of people. Okay, and so I I think I think I'm in a good position to say this when I say that uh they have lost my they have lost my trust. All right, moving forward, I will no longer give them any benefit of doubt. I will no longer try to justify their actions anymore because it has seemed to me that they really do not care about the player base anymore, right? If that was not evident previously, maybe I'm a little bit slow to getting it, but I think I'm not overreacting, right? Because previously I think there are reasons to overreact, okay? Because like what I mentioned in my previous video, they are still positive, there are still overall positives, right? But with the release of this Sanctum Showdown, right, it's very difficult to defend them anymore. So long story short, let's jump into the Sanctum Showdown event news that is being released. So long story short, blah blah blah. The good thing a lot of people are saying is that the new card, alright, the new card is this card called Astral Projection, right? So it's a 3-0 on review. Copy the text of an on review card in your hand. I don't really want to talk about whether this card is this card going to be good, is this card going to be bad. Basically, it gives you a free on review hit, which can be good, which can be really good. I mean, imagine you're able to pull off an Anim Zola early, alright, or you're able to pull off something like I don't know what some nifty on review, maybe a Silver Surfer, right? Maybe you play this down, it copies Silver Surfer, you are able to get multiple Silver Surfers. That's insane, right? Whatever it is, this card has potential. Okay, the positive about this event is that this card Astral Projection, right, will be earnable just by playing the event, right? So they mentioned that it's going to cost 2,000 charms, right? It's just going to cost 2,000 charms, which should be very realistic, all right? It should be very realistic, right? Because as you can see along the way, if you finish the track, if you complete all the way to Sorcerer Supreme, you have more than 2,000 charms. You have 300, 600, 1,000, 2,000, 2,005. Yep, you have 2,005 charms, which means just by completing the event, completing this track, you are assured to get your Astral Projection, right? Based on this image here, 2,000. Now, what is worrying is the lack of other rewards. The lack of other rewards. Alright, let's take a look at all other rewards here. Alright, it's a little bit small, alright, but let me just run through. The first one is Astral Projection, the card. Next one, you can buy more scrolls using gold. This is not a reward actually. This is not a shop reward kind of thing. You can buy a premium mystery variant. You can get an emote variant, border, all the way up borders, credits, avatar, variant. Now something that of course stands out immediately is the lack of unowned Series 4, Series 5 pools. Previously, in the previous Sanctum Showdown, I actually managed to have a very good run. Okay, I had a very good run. Uh I put Sam Wilson, Iron Patriot, Victoria Hang, Kang, right? These were the 4 Series 5 cards that I pulled, and I pulled one Series 4 card, one of the portal pools. the three new cards. I put Uncle Ben, the worst. I wanted Laufey, but I landed up with Uncle Ben. But it's okay. I mean, no biggie, right? I'm still happy that I managed to pull 4 Series 5 cards, two of which being insanely good and one of it being very, very solid. But this is no longer going to be the case in this Sanctum Showdown. This is very, very concerning because let's face it, the reason why we love Sanctum Showdown is because it first of all, the most important thing obviously is it allows us to acquire cards that we do not have, right? Without having to spend resources, without having to spend gold, without having to spend tokens, right? We basically use our time to acquire those cards, and that is something very important for all players, right? And that has been taken away from us. Now this is actually very, very critical because to me Sanctum was very, very shit in terms of gameplay. It was basically endless Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Endless mirror. Let's be very honest. If not for the rewards, the previous Sanctum was I don't think anybody would enjoy Sanctum Showdown because it's just endless mirrors of Guardians of the Galaxy, and it basically became about who had the better draw, and that was basically 100% luck. Alright, if you had a better draw, then well, you win, right? If you had a good draw whereby your curve works out fantastically, you win. It's as simple as that, right? And yeah, so don't tell me that Sanctum Showdown was enjoyable. No, the gameplay was actually horrible. It was very, very horrible. It was only enjoyable because the rewards allowed everyone to track different paths that help us progress the most, all in the way that we liked. For example, as a free-to-play player, well, obviously, I was all about snagging those new cards. I spend most of my charms on the unowned Series 4, Series 5 pools, okay? And the rest, I pick up credits and things like that. For a few people in my alliance, they are really very near collection complete, right? So they use the opportunity to pick up cards like Thunderbolt Ross, Tidus Thunderbolt Ross, right? Cards that they didn't want to use resources to get, but they can get using this Sanctum Showdown event to become so that they can have the pride to say that, oh, I'm collection complete, right? And of course we have the whales. There are a few in my alliance, we have the whales, they are the cool dudes, and so it's an opportunity for them to get more variants, get more cool borders to really make their cards, their collections very, very cool, get emotes, get avatars, things like that. So the previous Sanctum was great in the sense that it allowed us to track different paths, right? Even though the gameplay was horrible, right? But at least, it was worth the grind in that sense. But this Sanctum, it's just going to be a grind. It's just going to be about, getting that astral projection, and that's it. That's it. So it's actually pretty, I don't know, man. It's pretty, I don't know what to say, man, but this Sanctum Showdown is going to be a grind. It's not going to be enjoyable because everyone knows that, alright, I just want astral projection and that's it. Whatever whatever else I can pick up over the course, I pick up and that's it. That's not enjoyable. That is not enjoyable at all, guys. Alright, and when you place this when you put back-to-back events whereby it's all just about grinding, I don't know, man. I really have no idea what Second Dinner intends to do, what Second Dinner actually wants to do with this. Okay, and yeah, frankly, of course I know that it's not possible because they already mentioned that they're going to launch this thing, but honestly, I think it would be even better if they didn't have this event. If this is how the event is going to be, because it's just going to be a huge grind, right? People are going to feel frustrated, and yeah, so I don't know, man, because when you have an event and you force players to grind, it takes away our fun time, right? Because this is the time where, you know, players who, okay, there are of course there are different groups of players who have yet to reach infinite will be frustrated because, you know, their time to grind towards infinite is taken away. Players like myself who have already reached infinite, we have our fun time taken away because this is the time whereby, you know, I mess around in conquest, I screw around in conquest, I try different decks, I try different things just to have fun. You know, I play off meta decks, and yes, all these are being taken away. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. Right. So it seems that, you know, Sanctum Showdown was such a great success previously, and they decided to, you know, take away what was great about Sanctum Showdown. And it's very sad. It's very sad because this is to me this is a very clear indication that uh this is really a very clear indication that, you know, they don't care anymore. They really don't. They really don't care anymore. Right. So I don't know, man. I don't like to be saying things like that, but quite frankly, alright, I think nobody nobody should be spending any money on this game uh, at this point forth until second dinner really, you know, uh, shows us that they do care about us.